6 years ago, I quit smoking cold turkey after being a pack-a-day smoker for at least a decade. And what's funny about smokers and smoking is that you're told that when you quit, the cravings are going to be insatiable. They're going to be insane. This is largely hyped up by the tobacco industry because as a smoker, you are addicted and you already experience nicotine withdrawal right after you stop smoking a cigarette. That is the urge that you are feeling and experiencing in the gaps between your next cigarette. I can tell you with utmost certainty that whenever you quit smoking and you decide to quit for good, your withdrawals and your cravings will not be any worse than the time that you get off of work after 8 hours and you are really wanting a cigarette very badly. Maybe you'll have to go through that for a few days, a week, I don't know. Maybe your next social gathering, it will be hard to get through, but I promise you, it is not as bad as you are thinking it's gonna be. Because right now, if you're a smoker, you are trapped inside of a prison. Let's play a little logic game. You know it makes you smell bad. You know it's expensive. You know it's compromising your health, right? You know all these things, but you still do it. Would you want your kids to be a smoker? Would you tell your children right now if you had a child to be a smoker? No. You know what's terrible for you? So does it sound like you're making a logical choice right now? No. You think you're choosing to smoke. You are not choosing to smoke. You don't like smoking. You are rationalizing your fear to quit. That's what you're doing. Now, when I quit cold turkey, a few things did happen in my life. Well, a few things led up to it, and a few things did happen. I had tried to quit off and on for a long time. I had stopped for a few days. So maybe that helped prepare me to quit cold turkey. What I used to do was see how long I could go into the day without smoking. I used to have to commute to work 20 minutes to and fro. And on good days, I would be able to wake up and drive to work and not have a cigarette until I get off. And then I'd have 3 or 4 cigarettes. So I guess you could say that in essence, I was practicing quitting. So maybe that helped. But I also had an accountability partner when I quit. I am still head over heels in love with my fiance, Alexis. And when we first started dating, I didn't know if we were going to even be able to date. She had a partner who she may have been married to. And we were friends. And I actually tried to convince her to stay in that relationship and make it work. And you can't deny love, or whatever it was that we were experiencing. It was and is love. It 100% is. And like the whole cliche, you know when you know, like I think that's true. Nonetheless, I was head over heels, insanely in love with this woman, and I had it in me to prove to her that I was capable. I was a strong-willed man, and that she was making the right decision to be with me. So one night we were on the phone. I was a little popped. This is long before I quit drinking. I was like 4 or 5 beers in. And I said, I have so much willpower that I could quit smoking right now if I wanted to. And I took a drag off of my last cigarette and flicked it out because I used to litter like a piece of trash. Pun intended. And that was the last time I smoked a cigarette. I would be lying to you if I said that it was not hard at first. But now I can assure you that I look at other smokers with great judgment. No, I'm just joking. I look at other smokers with like a sense of pity almost. I felt so trapped, and it is a trap. And, I'm like diving into addiction and recovery and that whole world. I don't know if you know this from watching my videos. And maybe you haven't watched my videos before. Let's give you a little bit of context. I have another YouTube channel. It's just my name, John Kuhn, Jonkuhn. And I'm pulling up my phone right now to get this name right. Someone named Max in Progress. Hi, Max. How are you doing? Commented on a video I have entitled 50 Days No Alcohol, My Cravings Are ... And they said, John Kuhn. No. They said, cravings are a bitch. I used to have them for weed. I smoked a lot in my young adulthood, and I can't explain it, but the longer you push and the less you start thinking about it. A friend of mine gave me some weed not so long ago, and I felt those cravings again 7 years later. So I think that taking as much distance as possible with the product is the best way. And this is 100% true. I actually have a video coming out soon where we talk about exposure therapy and like minimizing exposure. I talked to like a doctor and a nutritionist about this recently. So that is true. But anyway, they commented on my other channel on a video, and I promised them that I would make a video about not smoking on this channel. My battery's actually going to die. I'm going to have to edit a video for the first time in a week posting these videos. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to clap and then come back. Editing magic. Anyway, I was in a flow talking. I went a little off the rails to give you some context. So Max, thank you for being vulnerable. One, thank you also for watching my content. I just love attention. But I'm making stuff and putting it out in the world because I truly want to make the world a better place, at least for you, and for me and for my kids. And I found that I can do that by being vulnerable and talking and telling stories, especially about my stupid decisions. I heard someone say a long time ago that if you go to hell and back, it's your responsibility. It is your duty to go back to hell again and then get some people, ferry a boat, and show people the way out. Because I found a way out, at least for now. Anyway, so Max commented and asked some questions, and I promised him that I would answer his question about not smoking on this channel because we had a back and forth, and I said, good for you, keep going, blah, 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 blah. I quit smoking, and now I'm a runner, and I'm getting ready to run an ultra marathon, and blah, blah. And he was like, can I ask you how you stopped? So that's why this video exists. I also want to share with you that I did not read this book, but I watched a lot of talks from a guy named Allen Carr, who wrote a book called The Easy Way to Stop Smoking. And he kind of talks about the principles I was touching on in the beginning of this video. The withdrawals and the cravings, like, literally don't ever get worse than they do when you're actually a smoker. It's so funny. And a lot of people say that smoking is relaxing and that it helps them concentrate when they smoke, or whatever it is that you're saying, or it makes you more social. But none of those things are true. When you're a smoker, like a lot of your mind is occupied by like getting your next cigarette, unless you're just like lighting them up there and you constantly have one. And I can tell you too, from like being a social person, because I'm a person and I'm social, I'm not like locked in solitude, that over the last 6 years, I've watched the smokers go out. And it's like 3 or 4 of them. Like, there'll be a party of 40 people, and then 3 or 4 people will go outside to smoke, and they have their little smokers group, but I don't want to be in the smokers group anymore. It's not the 1950s. It's actually pretty taboo. But Max, who was so nice to comment, and I'm making this video for, and whoever else is watching, if you do have friends and it's a small group of people and you all smoke, Max had talked about going to the beach and smoking. Yeah, that's great. But tell your friends ahead of time. Be like, hey, I'm going to try. Or don't even say I'm going to try. Be like, hey, I'm not going to smoke this time at the beach. And give yourself just one time. And get through that. And then if you relapse, that's fine. Okay, don't freak out about it. It's not the end of the world. You're not hurting anybody except for yourself. Give yourself that one time and tell your friends. Just be like, I'm not going to do this. And if they give you any shit, they're your friends, right? They're going to give you shit. But if they give you a real shit, or like, we're not going to be your friend if you don't smoke, you might need to look inside yourself and be like, why am I with such terrible people? Why am I making friends with such bad people? I must be a bad person. Give yourself that one time, right? I did this with smoking. I practiced, like I said, quitting, and then I extinguished that last cigarette and haven't gone back. But I also did this with drinking. I did like sober curious experiments, 30 days here, 60 days there. And I'm doing a long 1 year sober curious stint right now. And I'll reevaluate in a year. Maybe I'll get wasted drunk for 2 days and go back to not drinking for another year. I don't know. But I know it's a good decision to not drink almost all the time, if not never again, right? And the same with smoking. Just give it a try. Get out of your own way. Go to that beach with your friends, Max, or whoever's watching, whatever it is. Give yourself that one car trip without a cigarette. Give yourself the one party without cigarettes. And then you will have the confidence to do it that next time. If you have any other questions that you want me to talk about, go through, or ask me in the comments, or if you go through any of my other videos where I'm sharing these life lessons, I'm kind of just making videos for my kids. If God forbid anything ever happens to me, I just kind of like want to share some experiences and lessons I've learned in life and drop it here on the internet. And I know it's going to have value for some other people out there. And it's already like, I'm a week into this Monday through Friday posting and talking head unedited video, every day. And I talk to Max on my other channel, and here we are. So let's get better together. Let's do it. Okay. I'll see you soon. Bye.